Let's go through this description. So given an integer array noun, find the subarray that has largest product and return the product. The test case are generated so that the answer will fit in 32 being integer. So here's a test case, edge case. We need to remember this one. So one test case could be, so imagine you have time to, so here you can see the constraint, time 2 times 10 power to 4, right? So if you have 10 times 10 times 10, so finally they will go to the sum of the product, sum of the subarray will be over the 32 being integer. So here we need to consider using the long type. Yeah. So here now is edge case we need to remember using long type here, edge case. Now let's go through this question. Here say, so we can see here we check your question is product subarray. So we can imagine if we have 1 negative 2 times positive 2, what happens is negative 4, right? It's maximum value. But if we have negative 2 times negative 2, so we know it could be positive 4, right? So that's why it's tricky. So if we pick this subarray, 2, 3, negative 2, we know here have just only one negative. So which means there will be small, very, very small number because here have 1. So if the subarray have 2 negative number, so which means the subarray will be really bigger. So here, so we need to use the, for example, we can copy this one to here. So here we can under 1, 2, 2, 3. Or we say here is index. And here we need to we not only keep track of the maximum product subarray. We need to also so here we need to create the variable current subarray and maximum current maximum subarray here. And we also need to keep track of the minimum, because here the minimum maybe will become the maximum product subarray. We don't know, right? So we also need to keep track of the subarray is minimum. So here we also need create one variable. It's maximum. So you can see in this one we will return this maximum to as a result, because we need to keep updating, because maybe this we find that 2 times 3 equal to 6, right? But maybe in the rest of subarray we got A as output, right? So here we need to have the variable to keep updating if we make the maximum product subarray. So here now so now let me go through this subarray. Here we also have the current number. Number I is our current number. So maybe here so you can see here negative 2 0 here. So we know 0 times any number will be the 0, right? So here, and also we know the 0 is greater than negative 2, right? So here the subarray will be start here, and we can restart from 0, or I would say restart from the number of the 0. So here we need to keep updating. We also need to comparing the current number. So here, first one, we need to initialize the current maximum subarray 1, 1. Now we need to go through this array. So here we start from index 1, index 0. Now we have 2. 2 times 2, what? We know equal to 2, right? Here 2. Now it's first step. The first step, we need to current maximum time to the current number. And we know here is 2, right? Now here we need to so we need to comparing. The second step, we need to comparing the current maximum subarray and the minimum subarray, because we know the current minimum subarray, if time to the negative number, it will become the maximum, and the positive number time to negative number will become the minimum subarray, right? So here we need to compare which one is bigger, which one is smaller. So it's same, so we don't need to update it. Now we need to we know the current is 2, right? The current number is 2. The current number also need to comparing these two to update which one is smaller, which one is a minimum. Now keep updating. Now we also, the final step, the third step, comparing the current subarray with, and here we also do the comparing the current with the noun I, because we need to updating the current maximum subarray and the current minimum subarray with the current number, and comparing here. And the final step, we need to do one thing. Also do the comparing. Just keep updating the current maximum with the maximum, because we need to return the maximum as result. So we need to update the maximum. So now we can initialize this one is the because here we see the number is -10, so we can initialize this one is -10 over -11, 11, whatever. So here now, so we comparing 2 with the -11. So here should be 2, right? Now go to the next index. Now first step we need to time, right? Current maximum time to, and current maximum time to. So here we current previous number time to the current number, we got 6. Here we also time to the current number 6. Now we need to do comparing. We need to swap the two position, which one smaller, which one bigger. So we know this one, because the same, right? We don't need to do some swap to value, and then we need to comparing this one. These two subarray need to comparing with the current number. So 2 comparing the current maximum subarray, which one is bigger? So 6 still bigger, right? So here we don't need to update it. Now comparing the 2 with the minimum subarray, so we find out 2 is smaller. Oh no, it's comparing with the current number. Current number is 3. Sorry. So 3. So we know 6 greater than 3. So here not outdated. We don't need to update. So here we know 3 is smaller. So the current minimum should be 3. 3. Okay. And then now we got this the current maximum subarray. We need comparing the maximum. So the maximum is 2. The current maximum subarray is 6. So we here we just become 6. So we need to update the maximum. Now coming to next step, next index. So here we just repeating the step. So 6 times to -2. We know here is negative top, right? So here negative top, -6. So now here we do the comparing. We need to find the second step. Which one is smaller, which one is bigger. So we know -6 bigger than negative top, right? So these two numbers need to swap in the position. So here, now here we need just because here is -2, right? So we just put here. Now we need to follow this step, comparing the current maximum. Need to compare with the current number. So here, which one is maximum? Okay, because we know -2 is maximum, right? So here should be outdating. The current maximum subarray should be -2, and now comparing which one is smaller. Okay, this one is still smaller than the current number, so here doesn't need to outdating. Now we need to comparing final step, comparing the maximum subarray with the current maximum subarray with the maximum. So 6 greater than -2, right? So it still keep it. We don't need to update. Now come to the last index. So do the same thing, just repeat it. So -2 times to 3, we got -6. Here we got -8. Now here 48, -48, and here we just copy and put here is current number is 4. Now here we need to comparing which one is smaller, which one bigger. So we know -8 is still bigger than -48, so we don't need to change it here. These two, and now we need to these two is comparing to the current number. Now 4 is greater than the current maximum subarray, so here should be update to 4, and the -48 is smaller than the 4, right? So keep it. We don't need to do anything here. So now come to final step. We need to comparing the maximum current subarray. Current maximum subarray need to comparing the maximum. So we know here 6 greater than 4, right? So here should be 6. So finally we just return a 6 as a result. So we can see here is our result, right? The 6. Now we can check in the second example. So we can test one more. Now here also do the -2, right? Times to -2. And the current should be -2. So here should be because -11 is before is the initialized. I will assign to the maximum variable. So now comparing the -2, so the maximum should be updated. So -2. Now coming to the next step. Now here this one times to the 0. So -2 times to 0 should be 0. So here also 0. And now we need to swap. When you compare these two values, we know it's same, right? We don't need to do anything. Here also 0. So we don't need to do anything. But here the period maximum is -2, but with current maximum subarray is 0, so we need to update the maximum. Now come to here, so 0 times 2, no, it should be 0, right? 0. So here still be same. We don't need to updating. Now coming to the -1. Now here we need to compare this, which one is bigger. So we know 0 greater than -1, right? So we don't need to do any updating. So but here we need to do updating because current maximum subarray is 0. 0 is less than -1. So here we need to updating. Now we do last step. The current maximum comparing these two, but we know it's same, right? So the maximum is 0. So finally we return the maximum. Return a 0 as a result. So here we have HK, which need to remember. Here's a guarantee is fixed in a 32 being integer. So here we need to use a wrong type. And you can see here it's -1. So we return the maximum. So here we need to let me code it up. Here we need to create I need to create integer equal to 1, integer to 1. So we need to go through this array. Now, like follow my first step. So the current subarray time to the maximum subarray time to the current number. So here, okay, numbers I, and then here time to the current minimum. Now here, in the second step, we need to comparing the current maximum subarray with the current minimum subarray. We need to compare which one is bigger one, which one is minimum. So here, if current maximum subarray less than current maximum subarray, so which means we need to swap two value. So step current now here's the third step. Third step we need to comparing. So comparing the current maximum subarray with the current number. So we need to know which one is bigger. So here we also need to updating the minimum subarray. Now here, the final step, we need to do comparing the max because we need to return this one. Maximum, the maximum under current max. But here we need to remember here sorry, here's been wrong because it's came over the 22 big. It's be wrong type. Okay. Now here I can show you the problem is that actually here we cannot run this way, but I can show you the edge case. Okay, it's working. You can see the problem. You see 0, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 times. You can see in this subarray, it should be really bigger. It should be over 22 integers. So you can see here should be 10 power 2 line. Yeah. So here, so we can, if the maximum greater than integer maximum value, so we need to return this one because it's expected. Result is expected. So here should be. Otherwise, if the maximum not over the 22 integers, so we just directly return the maximum. So here let's see. Okay. Okay, here should be integer. Okay, now you can see I passed the edge case. Now name is submitted. Okay, you can see I passed all the test case. So now talk about the time complexity. So I just go through this array only once. So the time complexity is big of n. N is not the number of elements in a given array. And the space complexity is b of 1 because I didn't use extra memory, like I didn't use the array or hash say this kind of data structure. So here should be b of 1. So thank you.